realised that the mobile signal isn't really that strong. Trying to swipe right on bumper and turns it today. Something new happened in my life. It's Monday the 20th of October 2025. Happy birthday to Danny Minogue. And it's been a year since I saw Dream Theatre at the O2 in London. Yes, the first gig that Mike Portnoy had played behind the kit in 14 years. So, leaving Waterloo right now, heading all the way up to Salisbury. And then I'm going to get the bus to Stonehenge. It's not really the best day to be going to Stonehenge because it's been raining, but you never know, things could change. Although, it's a bit iffy that there's like a really overpriced tourist bus that goes to Stonehenge for like 13 quid return, and then you'd be paying roughly about 28 quid to get into Stonehenge. But what I've heard online is basically if you just get a local bus a bit north of Stonehenge and then walk, you can actually walk on a public footpath, see Stonehenge and have to pay 27 quid. I mean, I don't mind paying these kind of things, but a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it's a tourist trap. There's other better stones in Britain to see. But I mean, I've been in Britain now for 10 years, not a full 10 years. And I've never been anywhere near Stonehenge. The closest I'd say I'd been to Stonehenge would be maybe Southampton, Bredport, where my great aunt is buried. Yes. The good thing is I've bought these train tickets online. It cost me £25 return. It pays to book in advance. So I'm riding on the X2 up to the visitor centre. And the crazy thing, there's only like about 3 of these buses a day. So I really don't know how I'm gonna like get back to Salisbury if I walk, or get a taxi, or just get that lousy overpriced bus back into town. Other than that, it's only cost like £3 to go from Salisbury Centre to Stonehenge. Arrived here in Salisbury. Just waiting at this bus stop for the X2 to get to Stonehenge. Just walked past some French tourists who were asking if I could get a bus to Stonehenge. Like, yeah, take the X2 according to Google Maps. So, not too sure how much it's going to cost or if you get a return ticket, but it's way cheaper than taking the bus from outside the train station, which only goes like every half hour or hourly. Anyway, let's hope it goes well. So I've paid the £27.50 to get inside Stonehenge. There's always like a guard on the front door trying to like persuade people to come in rather than take the free path. But I thought, you know, I'm not going to come here once in my life. It's not like a everyday thing you do. You don't go to Stonehenge every month when you live in England. You only just go there like once in your English lifetime, that's about it. Or if you're a tourist, you come to the United Kingdom to see Stonehenge. So, it's not raining for a bit, but it's still cloudy, still windy. I have really picked the wrong day to come here, but I couldn't care less. I already paid for my train ticket, which cost me £25 return. And let's just say if I was to try to book a one-way ticket to come to Salisbury on the train, it would cost me, well, a bloody £30 on a day each way. So there's only one bus that's leaving around 2 o'clock, which doesn't really give me the right amount of time to see things, so I guess I'll have to be paying more for the tourist bus that will come half an hour and get you back to Salisbury. That's the main thing. I just want to make sure I see Stonehenge and I get back to Salisbury in time for my train home, which is at like 8 o'clock tonight. Yes, still raining now. Camera's getting wet. but I don't really care. Roll on a tourist path. I mean, like right here, I think that's a path that the cheapskates always take. Nobody said it was going to be a bit of a walk there, but I mean, I paid the full fucking fee. Yes. I don't know why this is black and white, but oh well. So I could have just stayed at home and basically thought, oh, it's too raining. I'm not going to bother going to Stonehenge, and just chucked £25 tickets down the drain. But I believe that if you have a commitment to do something, you're going to do it. Rain or shine. Like the time I went out to Agatha Christie's grave, yes, it was raining. The time I went out to Brian Jones's grave in Cheltenham, it was raining. But I still went ahead to my trip. Because the worst case scenario would be basically just chuck on this £25 train ticket, not going, not experiencing Stonehenge, and basically having to wait for like summer to do it next time when there's going to be more tourists. So no matter what you do in life, always make sure you come prepared for these things, and be like Michael Palin, always carry a brolly with you. Alright, so finally I actually put my camera back in colour because I don't think it's black and white. Yes. So, making the grand entrance at Stonehenge after doing a long walk. All these people over here just waiting for the long bus to go back into the visitor centre, which is something that I will have to be waiting for. Yeah. So people are still coming here, even though it's bloody raining. Just let me flip my camera around myself. Yeah. They're just walking past all the crowds of people, still coming here on a brisk autumn day, and the thing is, you can't really get really close to the stones. You just basically, like, the only time you can ever get close to stones is when it's like the winter solstice and the summer solstice, when they like allow people inside the circle. You just have to walk around it. Okay. Made it to Stonehenge. Today's date, the 20th of October 2025. I always say that this day is special because I saw Dream Theatre last year at the O2, and I can say I saw Stonehenge on this day as well, as it's also on the same day Damon Oak's birthday, so these are dates I'll never forget. Because I always tend to do memorable things. It's like 16th of July. That's the day Johnny Clegg died in South Africa. On that same day he died, I saw Drink in South Africa. On that date in 2024, I saw Stevie Nicks in Manchester. Then I saw Lee Aaron at Camden. On that day, 2 years prior to Johnny Clegg's passing. So, here it is. This has to be worth at least 27 quid. Despite all the extra money I had to pay to get here because I'm not a local. But if you had a membership with the English Heritage, you can get in at Stonehenge for free. But it's like a yearly thing you have to pay. But it's only if you're really like a traveling Englishman who travels around the country and seeing these sites. Here we are, Stonehenge. Almost done a loop around Stonehenge. Cloudy and raining today. Don't want to argue that I picked the wrong day to come here, although I could have just came here in summer. But here I am. Stonehenge. It'll take me 10 years to get here. Thank you guys to Spinal Tap for writing that song. I'll never forget, the funny story about the Spinal Tap joke was Black Sabbath, they wanted to have a Stonehenge monument in their set, but they got the the diameter's wrong. It was supposed to be in inches, not feet, but then the Stonehenge Black Sabbath wanted was like too big for the arena of the concert hall in America. So Silent Tab made a joke about it in the movie that they got a ceramic tiny model in inches, 17-inch, and it was like so tiny they even had dwarfs dancing around as a joke, and it was like laughing stock. But then when Spinal Tap came to play the Royal Albert Hall, they couldn't fit the bloody Stonehenge in. A bit there, and a bit. Now I really could do with a bloody Stonehenge fridge magnet. Why was Stonehenge built here?